Hi, welcome to another junior video for number. We're just going to chat about some strategies for adding and subtracting decimals if you are not able to use a calculator or not allowed to use a calculator yet. So let's get into example 1, 15.3 plus 3.1. Well, one strategy could be just to add up the whole numbers. Well, the answer is 18.4. But what I did is I added up the whole numbers. 15 and 3 makes 18. And then I added up the tenths. 0.3 and 0.1 makes 0.4. Now, you may have been taught an old-fashioned way called the algorithm to add 15.3 to 3.1, which means to set it up like this. Make sure your decimal points all line up in the same place. And then you just need to go 3 plus 1 is 4, 5 plus 3 is 8, and 1 makes 18. If you do the algorithm, please make sure you add tens with tens, ones with ones, tenths with tenths, and hundreds with hundreds, and so on. Right, what about example 2? 11.65 plus 0.73. Now, if I was to do the algorithm method, I'd set it up like this, 11.65 plus 0.73. I'd put my decimal point down below. 5 and 3 make 8. 6 and 7 make 13. Now this one that we've had to carry across into the whole numbers, I'm just going to pop it up the top here, and I'm going to go 1 plus 1 plus 0 makes 2. And then I drop my 1 down, my tens down to get 12. So my answer would be 12.38. Right, well, what about subtracting? If I said 14.5, subtract 9.82. I could use the algorithm method if you've been taught it, but I'm going to try another method here. Right, let's see if you follow along. We're going to start at 9.82 and we're going to count up to 14.5. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have to add 0.18 to get it up to 10. Now I have to go from 10 up to 14, which is 4 whole. And now I've just got to go from 14 up to 14.5, which is another 0.5. So I started at 9.82 and added 0.18 to get up to 10 whole. Then I added 4 whole to get up to 14. Then I added 0.5 to get up to 14.5. Now I just need to add up the 4 plus the 0.5 plus the 0.18, and that takes me to 4.68. So 14.5 subtract 9.82 gives me 4.68. Right, I think this might be my final example. If I remember, I'm going to subtract 2.047 from 31.86. And I'm going to go back to the algorithm. Notice what's going on. 31.86, I've got 2 decimal points. But when I subtract 2.047, I've got 3 decimal points, 3 numbers after the decimal point. So if you're going to try and use the algorithm method in this trick, you must add an extra 0 to make sure they both have the same number of decimal points. So now let's start and see if you follow along with the algorithm method. We're going to go 0 minus 7, but we can't do that. So what I have to do is borrow 1 from the hundredths. Borrow 1 from that, so that 6 will turn into a 5, and I'll borrow 1 to make 10. Now I can go 10 minus 7 leaves me with 3. Then I can go 5 minus 4 makes 1. I can go 8 minus 0 leaves me with 8. I can't go 1 minus 2, but I can go 31 minus 2. 31 minus 2 leaves me 29, and I end up with my answer of 29.813. Hey, thanks for watching.